Why don't we make like a lime and get in the gin? And with that, we're off on a rollicking romp through the storied history of classic cocktails, right here in the cozy confines of an English pub. We'll be dipping into the past, stirring up tales as intoxicating as the drinks themselves. From the dignified old-fashioned to the cheeky pina colada, each one has a tale to tell, a flavor to savor. So, brace yourself for a spirited journey through time and taste. First up, let's take a trip back to the 1800s with the old-fashioned. The old-fashioned, a cocktail that's as timeless as it is tasty. Born in the mid-19th century, this classic concoction was originally known as a whiskey cocktail. It got its current name when patrons began asking for their drink made the old-fashioned way, meaning no frills or fancy additions. Now, what makes an old-fashioned, well, old-fashioned? It's a blend of sugar, bitters and water, muddled together, then topped with a generous pour of whiskey and garnished with a twist of citrus peel. Simple, yet sophisticated, much like the era it hails from. Here's a fun trivia for you. The old-fashioned was reportedly the first drink referred to as a cocktail. That's right, this humble drink set the stage for a world of mixology. So the next time you order an old-fashioned, you're not just sipping a cocktail, you're tasting history. Now let's shake things up with the martini, the drink of spies and sophisticates. This elegant cocktail has a colorful history, beginning in the mid-19th century. Some say it evolved from a sweet vermouth concoction called the Martinez, while others claim it was the creation of a San Francisco bartender named Julio Richelieu. Over the years, the martini has morphed from a gin-based drink mixed with sweet vermouth to a drier version featuring less vermouth and more gin. And let's not forget the great debate, shaken or stirred. The argument rages on. Shaken, it's said to be colder and more diluted. Stirred, it's smoother and more potent. Here's a fun fact. Did you know that Winston Churchill reportedly said that the only way to make a martini was with ice-cold gin and a bow in the direction of France? Remember, a martini isn't just a drink, it's a statement. So next time you order one, make it count. Moving on, let's sour things up with the whiskey sour. Now here's a cocktail with a history as rich as its flavor. Born in the heart of the 18th century, this tart delight was a sailor's remedy for scurvy. Imagine that. From ship decks to sophisticated bars, the whiskey sour has truly sailed the seven seas. Now, let's stir up a traditional recipe. It's a simple mix of whiskey, lemon juice and sugar, shaken not stirred, and served over ice. Add a cherry and a slice of orange to top it off, and voila, you've got yourself a classic whiskey sour. During the Prohibition era, this cocktail was a secret code among pub-goers. A subtle nod to the bartender, a hushed whisper of sour, and you'd have this delightful concoction in your hand, making the world a little less bitter. So the next time you're feeling a bit sour, you know what to order. Now let's escape to the tropics with the pina colada. This cocktail whisks us away to palm trees, sandy beaches, and a balmy breeze. Born in sun-soaked Puerto Rico in the mid-20th century, the pina colada has been tantalizing taste buds with its tropical charm ever since. The classic recipe is a delightful blend of white rum, coconut cream, and pineapple juice, all shaken up with ice. Served in a hurricane glass, it's a sip of paradise. But did you know? The pina colada even has its own national day, celebrated on July 10th. Now that's a holiday we can all raise a glass to. This cocktail has permeated popular culture, with a starring role in catchy songs and blockbuster films. From Rupert Holmes' 1979 hit Escape, the Pina Colada song, to Tom Cruise shaking it up in Cocktail, the pina colada is more than a drink, it's a lifestyle. So, if you like pina coladas and getting caught in the rain, this cocktail's for you. Well, that was quite a spirited ride, wasn't it? We've journeyed through time, from the humble beginnings of the old-fashioned, to the suave sophistication of the martini, the robust charm of the whiskey sour, and the tropical allure of the pina colada. Each one, a classic cocktail, with its own unique story and place in the rich tapestry of pub culture. Let's take a moment to reminisce. The old-fashioned, as timeless as it gets, a potent mix of whiskey, sugar, and bitters, with its origins dating back to the early 19th century. A sip of this cocktail is like a step back in time, to an era of top hats and monocles. Then we moved on to the martini, the epitome of class and elegance. Whether you prefer it shaken or stirred, gin or vodka, dry or dirty, the martini is a cocktail that has stood the test of time, a testament to its enduring appeal. Next, we explored the whiskey sour, a delightful blend of whiskey, lemon juice, and sugar, often served with a dash of egg white for a frothy finish. This is a cocktail that brings together the best of both worlds, the richness of whiskey and the refreshing tang of citrus. And last but not least, we took a detour to the tropics with the pina colada, a delightful blend of rum, coconut cream, and pineapple juice. This cocktail is a vacation in a glass, a true testament to the creativity and innovation that defines the world of cocktails. So, the next time you find yourself in an old English pub, why not venture beyond your usual pint? Try one of these classic cocktails, steeped in history and brimming with character. You never know, you might just find a new favorite. So, here's to good times, great friends, and classic cocktails. Remember, the best stories are like the best cocktails, they're old-fashioned and full of spirit.